Hearing your voice early on redefines the rest of the day. It brings direction when we're confused, consolation when we're downcast, exhortation when we're complacent. Lord, may my morning prayer not end with me. May it be prolonged in listening, in sensitivity, in spiritual attentiveness. Give me ears that are attuned not just to the words of my mouth, but to the echoes of my soul. Because whoever listens to God before listening to the world begins the day with discernment. And this discernment is what frees us from so many traps, so many distractions, so many false paths. In the silence of my prayer, may your voice find space to shape me, to instruct me, and to renew me. Because hearing your voice in the morning is like hearing the sound of eternity invading the present. Starting the day with a grateful heart is planting seeds of joy and hope that will flourish even in the face of the challenges ahead. Morning gratitude is a powerful practice because it transforms our perspective in the early hours, shifting the focus from what is lacking to what has already been given. Lord, as I open my eyes today, I choose to give thanks. To give thanks for the night's rest, for the air that fills my lungs, for the simple fact of being able to live another day. Gratitude is not ignoring difficulties, but recognizing that even in the midst of them, there are invisible blessings that sustain the soul. When we give thanks early on, we put our spirit in tune with the abundance of your love, and not with the scarcity of circumstances. This attitude generates inner peace and strengthens faith, because a heart that gives thanks is a heart that trusts. Lord, help me find reasons to give thanks even when everything seems difficult. May gratitude be the first act of my day, before complaining, before fearing, before planning. May I see your care in every detail, and may this vision inspire me to move forward with courage and hope. Morning prayer is also the ideal time to ask for strength, because the day can bring invisible battles, challenges that don't appear on the surface, but which test our inner resistance. This strength is not only physical, but above all spiritual and emotional, that which sustains us when tiredness threatens to overwhelm and doubt wants to paralyze us. Lord, at the start of this day, I ask that your strength envelop me, revitalize me, and sustain me. May I not depend on my own limited reserves, but on your presence, which is inexhaustible. The world may seem heavy, the demands may be many, and the pressure constant, but in you I find the fuel that keeps my soul afloat. To ask for strength in the morning is to recognize our vulnerability, and at the same time, our hope. It's admitting that without you, we can do nothing, but with you, everything is possible. Lord, strengthen my spirit to face whatever comes. Strengthen my mind to make clear decisions. Strengthen my heart to love even when it's hard. May your strength be my invisible armor, protecting me from the storms and giving me the courage to move forward. When we ask for strength at dawn, we don't just resist, we grow in resilience and faith. Because true strength is not the absence of weakness, but the constant presence of God who sustains us. May my prayer today be this declaration of dependence and trust, knowing that those who start the day asking for strength will walk steadfastly even when the path seems arduous. Morning prayer is also a crucial time to ask for wisdom, because wisdom doesn't come from mere knowledge, but from the understanding that comes from God to guide our decisions and attitudes. Each day presents us with choices that can change the course of our history, and without wisdom, we can easily get lost on the wrong paths. Lord, today I cry out for wisdom, that which enlightens the mind and warms the heart. May I not only know what to do, but understand why, when, and how to act. Wisdom to deal with people, to respond with patience, to act justly, to recognize the traps and avoid the snares of the enemy. To ask for wisdom at dawn is to seek a deeper vision, a vision that goes beyond the immediate and reaches the eternal. Lord, don't let me walk in presumption or haste, but guide me along your path of prudence and discernment. May I be able to listen to advice, learn from mistakes, and always act with humility. Wisdom not only protects, but also opens doors and creates opportunities. Those who pray for wisdom at the start of the day arm themselves with the light they need to avoid stumbling into the shadows of wrong decisions. May my morning prayer be a sincere request for you to minister the mind of Christ in me, so that I can live purposefully and effectively, pleasing you in everything, because whoever begins the day asking for wisdom lives with clarity, balance, and peace. Morning prayer is also the time to ask for peace, a peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, but is born of God's constant presence in our hearts. Right at dawn, before the worries of the day take shape, it is essential to cry out for that inner tranquility that sustains the soul even in the midst of storms. Lord, I ask you for peace, not just the absence of external conflict, but the deep serenity that calms the restless spirit. May your peace invade my thoughts, my feelings, and my actions, so that I don't let myself be dominated by fear, anxiety, or despair. The peace that comes from you is like a silent river that flows within, even when everything around seems turbulent. Asking for peace in the morning is a way of preparing the soil of the heart to resist the attacks of doubt and anguish. Lord, in the silence of the early hours of the day, morning prayer can also be a space to seek inner renewal, a true restoration of the soul that prepares us to face challenges with vigor and hope. Lord, this morning I ask you to renew my strength, to restore my weary spirit, and to give me new courage to move forward. Renewal is not only physical, but above all, spiritual, emotional, and mental. A fresh start that only you can provide. Often, the weight of previous days accumulates in our hearts and minds, bringing fatigue, discouragement, and even despair. That's why morning prayer is a sacred moment to ask for that new breath, that energy that comes from above and invigorates us, not to give up. Lord, restore my hope when it is shaken, my courage when fear tries to dominate, my faith when doubt threatens to win. May I begin each day as someone who has received a gift, the chance to start again, to do things differently, to be better. Renewing ourselves in the morning is an act of humility because we recognize that we can't go it alone. It is an act of trust because we know that the Lord is faithful to renew all things. Those who pray for renewal at dawn carry with them an invisible force that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. May my morning prayer be a sincere cry for this daily renewal, so that I not only endure, but flourish under your grace and power. Because whoever starts the day renewed walks lightly and full of hope. Morning prayer ends with an act of total surrender, a declaration of absolute trust in God to lead every moment of the day that is about to begin. At the end of each morning, after making requests, supplications, thanks, and confessions, it is essential to give yourself into the hands of the one who knows everything and is in control of all things. Lord, right now, I give myself completely to you. I surrender my plans, my dreams, my struggles, and my hopes. May your will be done in my life. May I walk in accordance with your purposes, even when I don't understand the way. Surrender is an act of faith because we don't know what the day will bring, but we know who is with us. It's recognizing that as much as I try to control everything, there is a greater wisdom that guides the universe. When we surrender the day to God early on, we free our hearts from the weight of anxiety and fear and find rest for our souls. Lord, may I trust you every step of the way, and even in the face of unforeseen events, may I be certain that nothing happens outside your gaze. Surrender also brings freedom. Freedom to live without the pressure of control. Freedom to act calmly, knowing that I am protected by you. Whoever begins the day by surrendering to God walks with security, peace, and hope, knowing that they are not alone. May my morning prayer be that final act of trust, so that I can live the day with heaven by my side, walking in peace and under your protection. Because whoever prays and surrenders walks with the certainty of divine presence at every moment.